Hi, I'm Jamie Andreessen, a work-at-home mom passionate about helping entrepreneurs like you build a thriving laser business. Whether you're just starting out, looking to grow, or ready to scale your business, this podcast is for you. We'll dive deep into the world of lasers and other machine crafting equipment, cover topics like business strategies, mindset shifts, customer experience, and creative inspiration. I'll share my own experience navigating business with young kids, building a successful shop. Get ready to learn, grow, and have some fun. Welcome to Party with a Laser. Hello and welcome to episode number 11 of Party with a Laser. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so when's the last time you looked at your website and thought, is this stuff actually helping me sell anything, or is it just sitting here? Today, we're diving into a content audit of our website. But don't worry, I'm breaking it down so it doesn't feel super scary or super techy. We're talking about figuring out what's working, what's outdated, and how to make your website actually help you grow. I have been working on my website all week, trying to figure out what I need to change, and I thought I would share everything that I've learned as I work on it. A content audit is like a spring cleaning for your website. You look at everything you post it, product pages, blog posts, FAQs, whatever, and ask, is this helping or hurting me? And why does this matter for our product sellers? Better SEO equals more traffic. Cleaner navigation equals happier shoppers. More conversions equals more sales. It helps you to see what you've already built to make it even better. Think of your website as a booth at a market. If there's dusty stuff on the table, things everywhere that are mismatched, nobody's going to know what to buy and they're just going to walk away. Make sure that your website is easy to follow. I started my update to the website by going over all of my product pages and updating the copy on each of the pages. I did use ChatGPT to help me with my product descriptions, making sure that I asked ChatGPT to add lots of SEO keywords and making sure everything flowed correctly, making sure each of them had the sizing on it, what it was made out of. I did have to go through it after ChatGPT wrote the initial product descriptions and make a few changes just to make sure those in my own voice. I am using Shopify for my website hosting. And the next thing I did is I went to the product pages and I went ahead and did the bulk edit option. And then I went to columns and I just kind of made sure all of them was checked so I could go through and all of them really quickly and make sure they were all done. And then I made sure that I did the meta tags for each of my products. And I like having it in the bulk edit section because it was much easier to see them all at the same time versus having to click from one product to another product. I also used ChatGPT to help me with the meta description for each of my products. And then in this bulk editing tag, I made sure that everything was filled out from the vendor, which was myself, where I'm selling, the base price, the compare price, everything, the SKUs. Each of my products has a SKU, so I made sure everything was correct there. The weight, the physical product, the origin, really just making sure that everything was completely filled in, because when I originally did it several years ago, I kind of skipped a couple of things thinking it was obvious and wasn't needed. I wasn't thinking for SEO purposes. So now during this audit, I've gone back in and I filled everything out. I still need to go back and add product photos, new updated product photos for each of my items. However, I don't have a lot of them in stock right now, so I need to go back and actually physically make them before I can get new product photos. But once I get the product photos, I need to add the alt data to it. And another SEO tip that I've seen is going through and naming your photos before you upload them. And I've seen that also just helps with the SEO a little bit. The next thing I worked on is tags. Now, I'm used to Etsy and how Etsy does their tags. And I didn't realize for the longest time that Shopify tags are different than Etsy tags. So I had to go back through and change all of my tags in Shopify so that they use more as like a search function. So that was the next thing I updated was I changed all of my product tags, and that also helped on the collections to make sure I was able to sort them by the right collection. The next thing I did is I went to Google Search Console and I checked for things that like broken pages inside Google Search Contents. I was looking for things like 404 pages not found, blocked due to access forbidden, 403, or server's error. And I just try to make sure that all of my broken links was try to get as many of them fixed as possible. Google Search Console is a really great free way to check and see some of your performance on your webpage. So I recommend playing around with that for a little bit. The next thing I did is I went to Answer the Public, and I put in a couple of questions based off of my keyword topic. And I asked Answer the Public, what are some of the questions that people ask around this topic? And I was able to get a whole bunch of different questions that people ask related to my product that I sell. And I went ahead and I wrote several blogs related to it that I really focused on my keyword to add to my website to help with the SEO. I plan to add some more blogs as I go, but to get started, I just wanted to add a few to start out. The next thing I did is after writing the blog post is I try to add at least one product to each of the blog posts. And I also try to do as much cross-posting as I could between them. So I would try to cross-link between relative posts or products and just get as many different crosses in there as I could. And I also use clear call to actions like shop the collection or grab your ornament here. One of the tools that I used was Uber Suggest, UberSuggest for traffic stats. So I created a free account just so I could see if I liked it, and I only needed it for this one web page. But Uber Suggest will do a site audit, and it gives you like an on-page score, organic monthly traffic, organic keywords. And one of the things I thought was really cool is that it even gives you SEO opportunities. So for example, it has like this page has a potential to rank high for this keyword based off of a couple of my products. So it gave me 10 different suggestions that I could go through and add to my website to help with the audit. In the free version, it also allowed you to put in 5 different competitors where you could kind of compare your website to theirs in a couple of different ways, which was really helpful. It did give me some SEO issues discovered where I had 65 pages with titles that were too long and 1 page with titles that were too short. So I'll go back and change some of the titles. And then it gave you load time, inactivity, visual stability on your website with different scores for the site speed. And then it also gave you a backlink overview on Uber Suggest. Okay, that is all I've gotten to so far on working on my website. I'm still planning to do a lot more on it to make it even better. However, I just wanted to share with you some of the things I have found and some of the really cool tools. A quick recap on the tools I've used this week while trying to make my website better are Google Sheets just to keep up with everything, Uber Suggest for traffic stats, Google Analytics and Search Console, ChatGPT. And then one of the things I plan to do, but I have not done yet, is use Screaming Frog, the free version, just to crawl my website after I get further done. However, I have not had a chance to try that one yet. It is just on my to-do list. When was the last time you guys went through your website and updated, made changes? Is it something that you did once and have totally forgotten about it? Or is it something that you try to stay on top of and make changes to as you go along? Please let me know. And if you have any more suggestions on cool tools or websites that you have found to really help make your website easier to manage, please share with me. I would love all the helpful tips to share. That's it for this week on Party with a Laser. Thank you so much for listening today. If you're looking for more resources, head on over to partywithalaser.com where you'll find show notes, all the links from today's episode, the blog, and so much more. If this episode was helpful for you, awesome. The greatest compliment I could receive from you is a rate, review, and subscribe on the podcast. Not only will this allow us to connect again on future episodes, it lets me know that I'm providing you with value, information, and helps other people find this content more easily. I'm truly appreciative of your support. Have a great day and see you next time.
BN. Have a great day. Bye-bye.